You're now listening to the Palmetto Dugout Show, hosted by State Director Sammy Esposito, Associate Scouts Drew Stewart and Sean Smith, that discuss all things related to amateur baseball in South Carolina. Here are your hosts.
Welcome into episode 53 of the Palmetto Dugout Show. I'm Drew Stewart here with Coach Espo. What's going on, Coach?
Coach, what's happening? We doing all right today?
We're doing good. We're gonna take a second take at episode 53. Sean Smith could not join us, but we do have some Sean Smith content coming later in this show. So obviously, like and subscribe down below. Now, if you missed out, then pay attention to social media. August 19th was the top prospect games. Over 70 kids there in attendance. Great event. I'll just say shout out to Charleston Southern for bearing with us through that crazy event, as we like to say it.
No doubt. Obviously, big shout out to Charleston Southern, and I would say an even bigger shout out, right, to the players and to the families that were there, especially the teams 5 and 6 that really had to endure, I guess, part 2 of the lightning delay that day. So it was a big day. We have 75 players showed up with a ton of talent out there, a lot of good players running around on the field and dealing, with some hot humidity in the morning and then a lot of rain in the afternoon, followed by some nice lightning storms in the evening tonight. So, and then on top of that, I guess they had Charleston Southern's welcome back to school night with some fireworks and smoke going on all over the place down there. So, best part of it, just when you're dragging, it's getting about 10 o'clock at night, they're launching fireworks. So
it wasn't even the fireworks; it's the music part of it.
The music, the music, the conga line, the world's longest conga line going on over there. But it was, obviously the content has started to roll out here. We're going to get a lot more rolling out, tomorrow into the beginning of the week and heck, throughout the rest of next week. So just kind of dive into all that information, making sure everything's up and running, the stat story's going. So it's, be a lot of fun to kind of dive in this and look into some players and heck, we've had some kids that have committed already out of it. So a lot of good things going on with it.
Hey, for me, I think that might have been the shortest event ever for me in terms of, the drive, the time there and the drive back. I mean, I was back home quickly from where I was.
It was shorter for you because you didn't quite show up on time, but
I think I'm the one that got back the latest, so technically it wasn't shorter. I mean, I just knew the day ahead, so I had to show up a little bit later.
And I kind of touch on that, right? Like long event, big hours, long thing, right? And that was, there's some people out there, obviously that might not have been happy with the decision, but right, we kind of had to shorten that back end up, and heck, we still finished at 11 o'clock that night. And still had to drive home. So if we'd have kind of went on with the full thing, we probably would have been lucky to get out of there by midnight, 1 o'clock, and then people had to make that trek. So
I would have been home about 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
You just kept it rolling. You know what I mean? Like your good old college days. Just keep it rolling through the night.
I was just as happy to be there as long as you needed me to.
Hey, 2 meals in a day. I mean, what else can you guys ask for?
You can't beat that. I really wish we would have had chicken, though. I mean, that just would have put a cap on the night.
The chicken I think would have had some issues. It might have been really good, but I don't, the Little Caesars was good enough. I think we're okay on that one.
Oh, gosh. Obviously, we got that content rolling out not only over the week, but through that next week as well. A lot to break down there. We go back here to commitment galore. Since we've tried to do this a couple of days ago, we've had more commitments added on to it, so we had to throw those in here. So we'll run through them real quick. With Josh Peterson, he was a PSA participant preseason All-State, and he committed to Alabama State, as well as his brother James Peterson going to Alabama State as well, another preseason All-State. You get the gist here. Cade Norton, congratulations to him going to Mercer, border battle participant. We're just going to keep rolling. Stowe Rogers, the College of Charleston, future game alum this year for Team Carolina, had a big week with Team Carolina. John Dober committing to Francis Marion, Andrew McLaughlin, Lenore Ryan, hey, another border battle participant. Thayer Tavermina and get my words out right. That's another border battle participant, correct, Coach? Look at here, just
Correct.
He committed to USC Upstate. We have Hunter Neighbors going to Coker. Austin Long, following the top prospect games, commits to USC Upstate. Following the top prospect games, and then obviously we have Andrew Sands going to North Greenville. He was also a preseason All-State participant. So a lot of participants in that group, Coach, for big events.
Big events, commitment season going on right now, right? I mean, it's end of the summer, right? Kind of people went through the summer, get a lot of people to get the opportunity to see them, whether you're 24, 25, then obviously the recruiting period opened up with the August 1 being able to call those guys. It's like you said, a lot of participants coming to some big time events. And allows us, right? We've talked about it before. Obviously, a big release, here recently with the new rankings. But a lot those events, right? They're huge for us to see as many kids as we can. Heck, right? Like we just talked about it. 75 players we got a chance to watch on Saturday. 75 players over the course of a day in one setting to watch those guys. And it's not the only time we see them, but one day we get to see that many players come through, be able to get the numbers, get the matrix that can help us putting in all that stuff, all that time, all that energy, all that effort into those rankings we put in there. So it's it's not let's just pull some names out of the hat and see where they end up, right? It takes a lot of stuff that we go through and discuss over the course of the time, right? I think our last release was post spring, right before the summer of the ranking. So, right, we've had Team Carolina trials, we had border battle, we had top prospects, we have futures games, we had scout days. You take all those up, plus the tournaments down in the shipyard. All right, you throw all that in there, post high school stuff, and gets us into those. Gets all that into the ranking. So those events are huge for us. It allows us to get out there and really we try to, like how we do with our events. We try to come to the players. I know obviously the top prospects was from all over the state, but those preseason and how we do the Team Carolina trials, we try to split up the state. And PBR hits the road.
PBR hits the road. That's the moral of the story there. Obviously, you talk about those rankings. 2024 rankings are out. 2025's to come, and we'll kind of dive into both of those on episode 54. But we got to get to the business side here. Hey, college football season is back. Kick off Saturday. There's only 10 games Saturday, and we're just going to pick all 10. Some of these are going to be very competitive games. John Smith has locked in his picks. He was going to be he still is the guest picker, but he's not on here today. He was on the last one. He had some technical difficulties. And then, as always, Austin Smith will make his terrible picks. I expect Austin and Sean to kind of battle for last place here as we start to kick this off. We're just going to start off, Coach. We got Navy at Notre Dame. I'm going with the Irish. Sam Hartman, give me the Irish.
I've sat here and broke down film over the past few days of all these games. I broke it down so much I had to pull my phone back up to see who we're talking about right now. But I'm gonna go Notre Dame. I mean, fighting Naval Academy. I don't think they got enough for Notre Dame. Isn't that game somewhere else? Isn't that in like
It's at Dublin,
Ireland?
Dublin, Ireland.
Dublin, Ireland.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was about to say Dublin, Ohio, but that's not right.
It might be. You never know. You never know.
Wait.
Obviously, got to go with the Irish one is there.
Notre Dame beat Navy by 4 points last year.
I
don't know what the under is, but I'd take the under. Navy holds the ball a while.
They do, but Coach, that was like Notre Dame's first game of the year with a brand new coach, with everything, right?
Well, I mean, we can't make excuses. Is that what we do on the Palmetto Dugout show?
There was no excuse. They still won. The excuse would be if they lost. Well, we didn't do this. But Vegas knows something. 20.5. Here we go.
Hey, Dublin,
Notre
Ireland.
Dame.
Notre Dame wins by 21.
Take the money.
They better win by 21.
Call your bookie. Let's go.
Sean and Austin are finishing the clean sweep with Notre Dame. So we got 4 across the board there. And then we move to another interesting game. North Alabama at Mercer. Give me the Fighting Cade Nortons.
Gosh, I know about as much as these two teams' football teams as I do if Dreer played AC Florida football tonight. It's at Mercer. I'm going Mercer. That's what I got.
Hey,
I didn't
here's
even
the
know they
funny
had
part.
football. I didn't know they had football.
Sean and Austin are going with the clean sweep. They're taking Mercer as well. So we're 4 for 4 or 2 for 2 here on all the same picks.
If you guys are out there putting money on North Alabama Mercer, put it on North Alabama now that we've all picked Mercer. So,
oh gosh. And then we move to game 3. UTEP at Jacksonville State. I'm never picking a Gamecock. Give me UTEP.
that's an inaccurate statement. We've heard you on the show.
Well, we're not. That was last year. New year, new me.
New year, new you. I hear you. Well, you know what? I'm going UTEP. I'm going with the University of Texas El Pasoers. So I'm going UTEP for the win.
And you know what's weird? Austin went with UTEP, and you know the only person
Ah,
to go. You only know the only person to go with the Gamecocks.
well, big shot, Sean.
Sean's a big Gamecock guy, so he goes with Jacksonville State. Hey, had a friend that went to Jacksonville State, but I'm still not. UTEP wins this one. I think that's a game between two very bad teams.
Coach, is a one point line on that one.
Don't touch that game.
Yes, walk away, boys. Walk away.
Walk away. And then we get to a really good game. I think it might be the game of the week. UMass at New Mexico State. Give me the Lobos.
You know, because this game is all the way on the other side of the country with UMass having to fly to New Mexico State. I don't care if it's the beginning of the year or not. It's going to be like a 7,000 degrees down there in New Mexico. So I'm going to give the game to the Lobos and have them walk off 1-0 against UMass.
Two really good teams fighting for that bottom place in FBS. And Sean is rolling with the Lobos, and all of a sudden, here comes Austin Smith with UMass. I don't even know what the spread. What's the spread, Coach?
It's 8.
Oh, the Lobos are favored by 8. Take the Lobos. Take the Lobos. That's the team. Then we go another great game. This one might be on CBS at 3:30, and that is Ohio at San Diego State. I think the Aztecs were pretty good last year, I believe.
The Aztecs they've had a good running back come through there back in the day.
Give me the Aztecs because I just don't like Ohio.
Ohio's green and white. Not bad unis. They kind of get the stripes every now and again. Maction. If it was a Tuesday night MAC game, I might go MAC. But again, here's another team flying all the way across the country. I don't even know what time the game is. Regardless, San Diego State for the dub.
San Diego State. I think we're going. No, we're not. Here comes Sean with his unbeatable record, taking the Ohio Bobcats. And then
did he think it was Ohio State?
He probably did. He probably It's that. I don't even think there's a line. There it is. San Diego State 3.5.
3.5.
Austin takes the Aztecs as well. And then we move to we're game 6 here, and I think College Game Day should make an appearance at this game. And it's Fordham at Albany. Coach, I didn't know they had football, but give me the Rams of Fordham.
Wow, bold statement. I know where Albany is. I'm going to pick Albany. That's the only reason, because I don't know where Fordham is, and I know where Albany is. So I'm going Albany.
See, I like to hear that because Sean and Austin both went with Albany, so I'll take the Rams.
Can I change my pick?
No, change it. It's locked. We're locked in on that one. So 3 with Albany. Wow. I'm going – the Rams are going to ram them. See, this is what people watch the Palmetto Dugout show for when it's football season. They watch for this part. Then we move to Hawaii at Vanderbilt. This game will be played at the Tennessee Titans Stadium because Vanderbilt didn't want to play at the high school stadium this week. Give me the Commodores. They finally win their first game in a while.
You know, logic would say Go with Vanderbilt. Hawaii's got to fly 10 hours. Not so fast, my friend.
It's going.
PBR, Hawaii is cranked up and been running an event already. I'm going Hawaii.
Whoa! Hey, it just means less. Hawaii, Hawaii's got it. Hey, interesting game here. South Carolina State at Jackson
Time out.
State. Oh, what? Hold on.
Who's
Oh, I'm
others you
sorry.
pick?
I'm skipping Sean and Austin. Sean and
Yeah.
Austin are rolling with Vandy.
Good. There's my chance to
So
separate.
you're the Hawaii pick. You're
Mm-hmm.
going Hawaii. I'll move on to the next game. Sorry, I got caught up there. South Carolina State travels to Jackson State. Uh-oh, coach. The rematch. Oh, that is
Excuse me.
bad.
Sorry.
Excuse you.
Excuse
A
me.
rematch of the Celebration Bowl. I think the HBCU National Championship a
Mhm.
couple years ago. No Dion. Give me the Bulldogs. We're staying in state.
No Dion, no Dion's players.
Exactly.
Right? His better guys have left. No knock on the new regime there if they were able to hold on and get some players in there, but Buddy Pugh is going to take it on down for
Buddy.
South Carolina State. He's going to show them what this little old football state can do with South Carolina.
And everybody stays in state. We get a clean sweep with the Bulldogs with Sean and Austin going with South Carolina State.
South Carolina.
So we got 2 games left on the board here. I believe this is San Jose State, correct? Yes, it is. Isn't that right? Yep.
Not the
San Jose State
yes.
travels to Southern Cal to take on the Trojans. Trojans are ranked pretty high this year. They are, 30-point favorites. What are we showing the 2 for? We're going.
It's the victory.
Oh, I thought we were doing
Look it
something
up.
with Florida State.
No.
But they travel to Southern Cal. Trojans are way too much here. They covered the spread and then some.
Mm-hmm. That offense out there can obviously put up some points. Don't matter. Lincoln Riley, there's only one offensive coordinator in that family that can get it done. But there's is that a shot? But it don't matter who's got a QB, he's scoring points. So Southern Cal wins by 42.
That's good. I really need them to cover the spread there. And we get I think we get another clean sweep. We get another clean sweep across the board. Sean and Austin going with Southern Cal. And I think there's not going to be much difference here. Last game, Florida International travels to LA Tech, Louisiana Tech. Give me Tech. They've been historically better over the last few years. Going with Tech.
Is historically better over the past couple of years? Is that a deal? Is it just historically okay in the past couple of years?
Progressively getting better. Let's change.
That's more of the educator's tone of voice.
Progressively getting better.
We need to chat GPT that. I'm with you. I'm going Louisiana Tech. FIU's been on the struggle bus for a long time, so we're going to stick with Louisiana Tech.
Hey, clean sweep there. Sean and Austin, Louisiana Tech.
Then we did Sean and Austin get together and pick picks together?
I think they FaceTimed each other the other night. Wouldn't surprise me.
No.
So we got to move to a tiebreaker here. Total points between South Carolina State and Jackson State. I'll go ahead and tell you, Mr. Sean Smith went with 45 total points. Low, really low there. I'm not sure what Austin went with. We got to look.
He didn't follow instructions.
He went with 42.
He went 42, huh?
He went 42. And he also sends a picture saying, "You are perfect." So to throw that in there, too. So Austin's not going to be perfect this time. I'm going to go, you know what? I think both defenses are going to be bad. Give me 57.
57. So we got a 45, a 42, and a 57. So I either need to go low or I need to go high. Sean's taking the mid pretty much.
Well, I'm talking about between 57 and 45.
I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going 50. 50.
He's going 50. Hey,
50 cent. Here we go. You know what I mean?
50 cent. That's a great little piece there. 50 cent piece. Um, hey, that's week 0. We'll see who takes the championship this year. Week 0 for all you high school football fans.
Yeah, big high school cranked up. High school football's cranked up. A lot of baseball players out there playing, right? Heck, in our top prospect games, we had a couple guys that had played football games the night before and came out to it. So a lot of athletic guys out there playing multiple sports and getting it done on the gridiron already. This early fall. It don't feel like fall. I suppose it's like 1,000 degrees outside, but
Looks like we're on still in the middle of summer.
Coach, it's gonna be like 101 here in Columbia tomorrow. So I'm not.
Well, you know what I say about Columbia, so.
Yeah, but it's still hot regardless of what you think about it. So it's good thing is we'll be not in Columbia, so be rolling down, knocking it out. So hey, more content too coming out of these the rankings, right? People looking out.
Yeah.
We got rankings are released. We had some newcomers. We'll have some other stuff coming out on it. So it's a lot of action going on for these rankings, right? A lot of action.
Hey, we're gonna have some junior future stuff kind of roll out too. Some highlighted graphics. You'll see those come out as well as all these commitment graphics. It seems like I release 45 a day. So if you guys could just hold off for a couple more days, please, for Stewie's sake here, that would really help us in PBR South Carolina.
Couple big commitments coming out here soon as well around the corner.
Maybe some big news with one of them, maybe.
Yeah. So we got some possible one tomorrow of a kid who's come to a past event before. So we got some more going to be break. So our graphics department is going to be going to be working overtime. So we'll be getting it locked and loaded here.
We punching
it's a lot of stuff. Yeah. You know, hey, some people, no judgment zone. You know, some people are going to be working a little bit harder. So it's it'll be good. It'll be good for those guys to get out there and get their stuff going. So yeah, hopefully, let's go a little fingers crossed. A little big time stuff maybe coming out next week. We'll have to TBD. No, can't say anything too soon on that one.
No, we're working diligently to get it done.
Diligently. Hey, I'll be picking up the hats that we're going to be having for sale here soon. That'll come out with the new PB logo coming out.
Peanut butter.
You and jelly. So I'll be picking those up this weekend. So guys that are going to be interested, they're going to be out here soon, floating around at some events.
Get you some I'm sorry. Get you some PBSC gear.
Yeah, there you go.
PBSC. That sounds PBS, like the show we're watching.
PB.
Episode 54 coming up here. Ranking. We'll go over those 24, 25 rankings. Kind of dive in a little bit. Some guys that stood out, newcomers. And obviously, the week 1 college football pick'em continues. We will have a guest picker live with us for that episode. We hadn't released who yet. We're still working on those details, but we got some guys lined up, not only to make some picks, but talk about the game of baseball throughout the state of South Carolina. So from all of us here at PBR South Carolina, have a great week.